Have you ever been in a place where someone hurt you, you forgave them, you released them, and then you feel like they're getting a consequence, some of the consequences of the things they did to you, even though, and now you've forgiven them, you probably moved on. You wish them well, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But then you're now in a place of compassion for the same people who once hurt you and are now receiving the consequences of what they once did to you. Have you ever been in that kind of position?
Yes, for them receiving consequences, yes.
Yes.
It's like when someone does something bad to you and you show him the opposite. It's like you don't only forgive him and you show him love and friendship. Well. Yes. And the point that person will regret and say, why did I do that? How did I do that?
So
it's like,
so you're talking about using love as a weapon.
Yes.
As a weapon of offense.
It's not a weapon. It's like.
Are you sure it's not a weapon?
It is not.
Are you sure?
It is not.
Okay.
The interpretation may be.
Okay.
But itself, it's not.
It should not be a weapon. That's what I wanted to point out. I wanted to be sure that's not, because love can be on the attack, but it should not be viewed as something you want to use to guilt trip other people.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of people do that. I'll be good to you so that you can know that I do not deserve how you've treated me. Then what you're doing is you're trying to guilt trip the person. That's not real love. Real maturity, real growth, in my opinion, is simply, you hurt me. It hurt. I forgive you. I don't care about what happens to you with regards to that. I let it go. If I love you, it's not because I'm loving you to guilt trip you. I'm loving you because we move on, because I hope you're a different person now.
Yes.
Yeah. And okay, you want to say something?
Yes, I want to add something on that it happened to me back in 2015, and someone treated me so bad that I was so offended. And as a conclusion, he said that he is powerful, that I cannot do anything.
So he wronged you, and even on top of that, he intimidated you.
He said that I can show you that justice doesn't exist with my power. I can even do something bad here against laws, even in front of cameras and in eyes of people.
And nothing will happen.
And he told me what he did just to show me that he was powerful.
And what did you do?
I didn't say anything.
How did you feel?
I was feeling so bad, but 1 week later, I did something for him. Something that he couldn't do himself. I helped. We were finishing the university. And I'm sure he regretted, because the way he tried after to show me that we are friends and to prove that he had many things to prove to me, I said that he was regretting. But deep down, I was not feeling any anger. I forgave him and I let it go. I knew that it's his feeling of being in power that was putting him in that position. But with time, he saw that love is powerful than power itself.
Love is powerful than power itself. Let that sink. Love is more powerful than power itself. That's deep. So power itself is the ability to do something, the ability to get things done,
yes.
Right? That's how we define power on the superficial. So what would you define love as? If you say that, that's a profound statement.
Yes, in that position, I was meaning that power is when you are on a level that
status.
Yes, that things that under that you control everything.
Okay.
But showing him love after he realized that what he had as power, that he could walk over me, didn't be that stronger than the love that I showed him. And he was working hard to prove to me that we are friends.
We're friends. That means he found himself in a position of needing your validation, actually.
Yes.
You see, that's the point. Love in itself is the very essence of our humanity. I say that humans were formed out of love, to be loved and to love, to be loved and to love as well. That's how I like to put it. And so giving people what they were created to receive in itself is already a form of, I wouldn't say power, it's a form of influence, if you allow me to use.
Yes.
You know, and if you're a lover, automatically you are blessed, you are strengthened. Because first, you cannot even love other people well if you do not love yourself. You know what I mean? So it means that you are coming from a position of power to be a lover. You know, so I'm just trying to tie into that statement you made, which is love is more powerful than power itself. So in essence, what we're just trying to say is if I had to choose between to be a powerful person or to be a lover, what would I choose? I'll choose, of course. I'll choose to be a lover. Is that what you're saying?
Powerful. It's a vague. It's a big word because
It's
power.
a vague word. Yeah,
Yes, power. It may be defined in many ways. There are different types of power.
Of course, from physics to
That's why you cannot compare. It depends on circumstances. But
it's subjective. It depends on the context.
But being a kind person
is universal.
A loving person. A humble person in front of others. But I think that's what the world needs the most.
I agree with you.
Because it's a character of human. Sometimes we forget that being human doesn't mean being in power, being able to influence. We just need small thing to be human.
To be human. That's love.
It. Yes.
So that's a very strong one. We need to leave now. We need to wrap up and go on a quick commercial break. But before we do that, when we come back, you're going to talk to us more about forgiveness. We'll dig a little deeper. So if you're watching, if you're joining us right now, we'll be back soon. We need to go on a quick commercial break and we'll be talking about forgiveness. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Ciao.